there.
Welcome back to a Valentine's Day episode of Mighty Mac Week in Review. My name's Sarah Pasternak, joined here by my co-host Dave Molinaro. It's Blue and White Week on campus, but a pink week because we've got the pink games coming up tomorrow night for both basketball teams. Both basketball teams are also getting ready for the CSAC quarterfinals this Monday night.
We're going to start with the men's team. They had a huge win over Gwinnett Mercy last week to clinch their 8th straight playoff berth, and then came back and hosted another big one against Marywood this past Saturday. Let's take a look at the highlights. In the first half, Mike Sturdivant gets the Macs on the board early with this great drive to the bucket and right-handed finish, but the Macs started slow and trailed 23-20 heading into the second half. Still down by 3, it's Mike Pekarski. He's doing it all on this play as he steps into the passing lane, gets the steal, and goes coast to coast for and one bucket to tie the game up at 30-30. Still up 2 midway through the second half. Pekarski drives hard to the basket again and rewards Jordan Ambrose, who cuts hard with the pass and the layup for a 4-point IU lead. The Mighty Macs would make a late run to put the game away, and Pekarski put the finishing touches on a career-high 25 points to go with 10 rebounds, a double-double for him. The Mighty Macs won 71-61 over Marywood. We're joined here in studios by senior guard on the Immaculata Mighty Macs men's basketball team, Mike Griffin. Mike, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Dave.
So, as we said earlier in the show, we just said it, the Mighty Macs clinched their 8th straight playoff berth, so all 4 years for you guys have made the playoffs. Can you talk about, the difficulties of doing something like that and then how you guys are preparing for the playoffs?
Just coming in every day, that's really important, and working hard, but this conference is tough. There's a lot of good teams. Even the teams at the bottom, they're decent, and they compete every day, so I think this conference is really underrated. So the biggest thing I can say that we did every day was we come in, we would compete, and we would really play as a team, and that really, I think, made us better as individuals and players.
And then I know we don't know who we're playing yet, still 2 games left to go, but the final week until playoffs start up next week. Can you talk about final preparations for that?
Yeah, as of right now, it's pretty much looking like we're going to be playing Rosemont either at home or away, so that's another big game because that's who we play on Wednesday for senior night. So using this game Wednesday and Saturday versus Centenary to prepare ourselves for the playoffs is very important. Getting any kinks out and pretty much just improving on our overall defense and offensive strategy for going into the playoffs.
You know how I feel about Rosemont, so
yeah.
I'm ready for Wednesday and then next week. And then our final question, you are a senior, we didn't mention that. A lot has gone on in these 4 years. So many, awesome stories on and off the court. If you could boil it down to maybe 1 or 2, memories that are your favorite that are going to stick with you, 20 years from now, what's one thing you'll remember?
I would have to say sophomore year being Cabrini twice, away and home. For those who do not know, Cabrini's always been one of the top teams in our conference. And that year they actually had the player of the year in the entire country in Aaron Walton Moss. So to go into their gym, beat them at Cabrini, and then come home and beat them, it was one of the best feelings I've ever felt. Only team at IU to ever do it. So that was great. But I hope my one memory is this year, I hope we can have a run in the playoffs and get something to start and create a future for the men's basketball team here.
There you go. As we said, Wednesday night, senior night, 8 o'clock, tip-off for men's game. Make sure you come out to Alumni Hall for that to watch Mike and the Mighty Macs take on Rosemont. Thank you very much. Good luck the rest of the way. IU is still in 5th place with 2 more games left on the schedule. They have senior night Wednesday against Rosemont here in Alumni Hall. Tip-off starts at 8 o'clock. Make sure you come out for that one. And then the season finale is going to be on the road Saturday at Centenary.
The women's team clinched a playoff berth last Wednesday against Notre Dame, and then they looked for a second straight win against Marywood this Saturday. Let's take a look. Early in the game against Marywood, the Mighty Macs take their first lead with some good ball movement as Gina Kachi and Amber Ballinger play catch, and Ballinger buries the 3 for an early advantage for the Macs. On to the second quarter with IU trailing. It's CSAC Defensive Player of the Week once again, Tamara Laws, who goes the length of the floor for 2 of her 26 points to cut into that deficit. The Max battled tough in this one as Ballinger drives and dishes to Laws for 2 more, but they were unable to recapture the lead and come up short in the comeback, 57-51 loss to the Pacers. Welcome to our interview with senior women's basketball player Tamara Laws. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Welcome. All right. Well, you guys are holding the 6th spot in the CSAC. You're looking to play the number 3 team next week on Monday night. What are you guys doing as a team to prepare for that?
Well, we're coming together like pretty well. You know, in the beginning of the year, we started off a little rough, and then once we got to conference, we started to gel together. And we just working hard in practice and going and just working together and to come together so we know if since we had to play that number 3 team that we're gonna have to come out stronger and harder than what we did before because we know we played them already, so we had to come out even better than what we did before. So
Definitely.
we coming along really well. So I think we should be able to get this playoffs, beat this first team in the playoffs so we can move forward into the playoffs.
Definitely. So looking for that upset against a team that you have played already. That way you can make it to the semifinals. Very nice. And so obviously we've got a big senior star here on the team. She hit 1,000 points in her career against Karen at home and then 1,000 rebounds at Newman. Tell us a little bit about your favorite highlight from your senior season.
Well, my favorite highlight of this year is when we played against Cabrini. That was a big win for us, and we really wanted to beat them like really badly. So that was like a really major highlight because it was a good game. I had 29 points and 19 rebounds, and I really wanted to beat them. And I know my team did previously because I know I came second half of last year, and they really wanted to beat them, and they haven't beat them in a while. And that was like the spark of the season for me, like the real big highlight for me. And that was it. Like, I feel like that was and I don't know if I could do another highlight, but when I had 27 rebounds, that was my highest rebound in the game. So
yeah, as a fan, the Cabrini game was definitely one of my favorites as well. Very cool. Well, make sure you all come out tomorrow night in Alumni Hall to see the women's play and senior night. Support the seniors tomorrow night and pink night as well. Tamara, thank you for coming on. The women's team is holding a 6th place spot in the CSAC, and their 3rd place opponent is to be determined for Monday night. The senior night game and play for K is tomorrow night against Rosemont, and then the women's team will finish off regular season at Centenary.
We're just going to recap it for the fans real quick. So reminder, tomorrow's Wednesday night play for K, women at 6, men at 8, both against Rosemont for senior day. Make sure you come out to Alumni Hall. If not, you can catch it live on GoMightyMax.com. That's going to be all for this week's episode. My name's Dave Molinaro.
And I'm Sarah Pasternak.
Go
And
Max.